perceptions and misconceptions of being diagnosed, and like in my case, stage 3 colon cancer. I didn't know anything about cancer in the sense that I never really had family members or friends that had died from it. My grandma did die on my dad's side when I was like 10 years old. And she was a smoker and was kind of expected. And then my grandpa was also diagnosed on my mom's side, I believe in his early 60s, with colon cancer. And again, I was very young. I was probably middle school to beginning of high school, and he survived and lived another probably 17, 18 years after that. So I never really thought of cancer as being anything but what it was. You know, in the case of my grandma, hey, she smoked, that's what happens. Well, in my case, I kind of never really thought about dying. It was never really in my thought process. But when you have to get down to it and the doctor says to you, well, you've got the choice of chemo or not. Well, why do you do chemo? Well, in my case, he says, if you take chemo, you can, the statistics are 51% survival rate. If you don't take chemo, it's 47% survival rate. Well, I wanted my 4%. And knowing what I know about chemo and all the difficulties in the portacath and the veins and those issues with those, I'd still do it again because I'm going to make the assumption that I got my 51%. You know, I got my little number and it kept me alive. To that end, I did have a friend of mine in high school, went to our 20th year reunion. He was diagnosed a little bit after me, but his stage 3 colon cancer eventually got to his liver and his lungs. And I think a few months after our 20th year reunion, he passed. So you never know. You know, he never drank, never smoked, was a cross-country runner. He was, you know, the best guy you could ever meet, and he's no longer with us. And you don't, so stage 3 colon cancer means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. And if I say anything, for me, it's been 10 years. They never tell you you're cancer-free, but the doctor doesn't want to see me anymore, and I don't want to see him. So we're good with that. So I think that's kind of it for that.
For an interactive tool to learn more about your colon cancer and your personalized treatment options, go to mycoloncancercoach.org.